Hi everybody, it's me, LisaT, coming at you with some positive energy, reading The Language of Letting Go by Beattie. Woo! It's the end of my day. I had a busy work day and an exciting morning. I feel like I've lived 3 days in one today, so if you can hear it in my voice, yes, I'm a little tired. And I almost thought like, oh, I won't do the reading, I'll do it tomorrow. No, it's so important to do these readings. These readings help me, they make me feel better, and why would I stop doing something that's working, right? So it is, oh, this is a weird one. Oh no, wait, we did that. Faith and money. Getting through the discomfort is it the 4th? I don't even know what date it is. That's how tired my brain is. Okay. Right. Read Lisa. Yeah, help me. I'm just reading yesterday's prayer while I'm doing this. I'll trust it. Right. Okay. So we're reading October 4th. Faith and money. The money thing. I often don't relate to the financial or money readings, but I think that's because I was in a little bit denial. Like I do have things around money. It's just not maybe the common one. Money scares me. It just scares me. And success, I think, scares me. Success and yeah, there's little fears deep inside that subconscious. I think like I think a month ago, I opened a subconscious trap door. Like, I think I was sharing about how I went on this like retreat and it opened up all these, like all this stuff, this deep wounds inside of me. I think I've shared that in videos. It was like 3-4 weeks ago. Anyways, I think what happened was I opened a trap door, like this subconscious stuff that, like, again, of course I didn't know it was there because it's subconscious. There's a lot of things where I'm like, oh, I'm aware of this now. And I'm like, oh, look at what just happened. I can see a control thing, or I can see that's happened multiple times over the years. But this other thing was still this deep wound. This was still in my subconscious. So of course I wasn't like aware of it all the time. It would pop in and pop out and pop in and pop out. But so with the money thing, I think there's some subconscious stuff going on. So anyways, faith and money. There's my share. Okay, sometimes there is not enough money to make ends meet, much less afford any luxuries. People may tell us to do a budget and we chuckle. The expenses we need to pay for survival surpass the income. The expenses we need to pay for survival surpass the income. So more money needs to go out than is coming in, is what it's saying there. See, again, like, so I can't relate. Luckily, like my mom, I think before when I was like 16, 17, I was investing in RSPs. I mean, that I diminished them in my late 20s and took them all out and had to restart and everything. But my mom had instilled a good sense of money in me, and you know, to make sure that every penny counts, and to have me save, always saving. It wasn't about what I made, it was about what I saved. It's never been what there was a decade in my 30s where I was making peanuts. You know, I was making less than minimum wage but you know, and tips in a restaurant, but you know, I wasn't, you know, and that was over a decade, but it wasn't, me and my friend always said, it's not about what we're making, it's about what we're saving. It's about what you save. So I have a good relationship with money in that sense. So that's why I can't relate to, you know, what's going out. What has to go out is more than what's coming in and the income. So anyways, so we look at the situation, shake our heads and say, no way. Many of us have had to live through these situations. This is not the time to panic. This is not the time to despair. So if more money needs to go out than is coming in, don't panic. It's not a time to despair, is what it's saying here. Panic and despair will lead to bad judgment and desperate moves. Panic leads to bad judgment and desperate moves at any time. That's why when the plane is going down, don't panic, because when you go into panic, your frontal lobe of your brain shuts off. So your thinking cognitive part of your brain shuts off. Only your emotional part of your brain, which is, this is the inside of my brain right now, your amygdala, it starts like firing. That's why I'm doing this. It fires and it's like boom, boom, boom. And you're running on pure survival. So it's pure fight or flight. So you're not thinking about options and choices. It's just run. It's just fight or flees. Fight, flight, or freeze. So you can't make good decisions in that kind of, it's just survival mode. So panic and despair will lead to bad judgment and desperate moves. You're in desperate mode. This is a time to substitute faith for fear. So get rid of the fear and just trust. Faith. This is time to trust God to meet our needs. Your needs will get met. I know multiple people that have been in that situation, and you know, it doesn't last. It's not forever. Just like everything, it passes. This too shall pass. Take life one day and one need at a time. Just for today. Just for today. Do I have all my needs met? Am I fed? Am I housed? Is there a roof over my head? Do I have clothing on my back? Do I have food in my mouth? Just for today. Don't worry about tomorrow and the next day and a week from now. Just for today. Take life one day and one need at a time. What do you need in this moment too? Just for today. You can be needy today. You can be stronger tomorrow. You can be, it's a day. It's going to pass. Use your survival skills positively. Know your possibilities are not limited by the past or by your present circumstances. So your possibilities are not limited by your past or your present circumstances. So what's possible is not available. There's so many things that are possible, and you might not see that right in this present circumstance, and that's okay, but there's possibilities awaiting. And the past is not going to tell you what the possibilities are, because we're growing, we're learning from our past, we're moving past that, we're evolving in recovery. So examine any blocks that might be stopping the flow of money in your life. Why is money not coming in? If you're someone in this course I'm doing, it's about energy and it's about the subconscious. And if deep in your subconscious you don't believe you deserve more than your paycheck that you're getting, then no matter what you do, and you might not be aware, and no matter what you do, your subconscious won't allow you for some reason to make, so the reason that you might have a fear around money is that maybe you saw someone with money super unhappy. Maybe your parents had tons of money, but they were super unhappy. So subconsciously you're like, oh, money is bad. Like maybe you equated that in your childhood, that they have lots of, you saw maybe things being bought, boats, houses, or clothing or whatever. You saw things being bought, but unhappiness. So you equated money with unhappiness. So your subconscious, so if that got locked in your subconscious, then there's a fear of money, then your subconscious, when you start making your way up the ladder, your subconscious will sabotage you because it says, no. Remember, that's a scary place to be. That creates unhappiness. And you will do something subconsciously to sabotage yourself from making more money. Do you follow? It's really wild. So that's what it's talking about. Examine any blocks that might be stopping the flow of money in your life. Do you have something in your past that might have caused you to think money is bad or that success is bad? Do you have an attitude, an issue, a lesson that might be yours to change or learn? So you got to change something here, learn something here. So whatever's happening in this moment is to serve you, to change that subconscious belief so you can be free from it. Maybe the lesson is a simple one of faith. In biblical times, it is said that Jesus walked on water. It is said his followers could too, but the moment they let fear take over, they sank. So you're walking along, you trust, and then you're like, oh, and boom, you go down. So you got to have you just got to keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes on the prize. Higher power has your good, is always looking up, is always got your good coming down the pipeline for you. It's always good. Everything that's happening is for your higher good. So they sank. During financial hard times, we can learn to walk on water. Pretty powerful stuff. With money issues. So during financial hard times, we can learn to walk on water with money issues. If we make out a budget and there's not enough money to survive and pay legitimate expenses, do your best and then let go. Just do your best and then let go. Trust your source to supply your needs. If an emergency arises and there's no cash to meet the need, look beyond your wallet. Look to your source. Claim a divine supply, an unlimited supply for all that you need. Manifestation as well in this, and just pure faith. This is, if you can do this is pretty powerful stuff. Do your part. Strive for an attitude of financial responsibility in thought and action. So do your part, do your best. It's not saying don't take action, don't do your best. Do your part, do your best. But if you've done everything you can do and then there's one bill or you're short on a bill or something, have faith. Have faith that something is going to come to help you get through that. Do your part. Strive for an attitude of financial responsibility in thought and action. Ask for divine wisdom. Listen to God's leadings, and then let go of your fears and your need to control. We know that money is a necessary part of being alive and living, and so does your higher power. Here's your prayer for today. Woo. God, bring any blocks and barriers within me concerning money to the surface. That's where the light will shine on them. Bring them to the surface so the light can shine on them. God, bring any blocks or barriers within me concerning money to the surface. Help me take care of myself financially. If money is tight, I will dispel fear and learn to walk on water concerning financial issues. I will not use this attitude to justify irresponsibility. I will do my part, including letting go of fear and trusting you to do the rest. Oof. Biblical. Speaking to the choir. Okay, I love you all. Hit subscribe. Join me on my journey. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're watching and that you're loving this and that you're getting something from it. And I thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Lights out.